Hello, friends. Welcome to Bankers Platform. So today we have come with new set of questions. So let's start, friends. So before starting, these are the most expected questions for GIB, and the subject is legal and regulatory aspects of banking. So please make notes of these important questions for your future reference. And these most expected questions can be asked in coming GIB exam. So let's begin, friends, with our first question. Our first question is check. uh, First question is Section 49A of Banking Regulation Act makes provisions for A. Declaration of bank rate, B. Restrictions on the type of business that the banks cannot undertake, C. No person other than a bank is authorized to accept deposits withdrawable by check, D. Acceptance of deposits by banks. So our options are A only, A and C only, B only. So let's see, friends, what is the correct answer. So correct answer is C. Correct answer is C only. And that is no person other than a bank is authorized to accept deposits withdrawable by check. Let's move to next question. Question number 2. Under Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, the banks are required to maintain record of cash transaction of the value of dash. Our options are 50,000 and above, 1 lakh and above, 10 lakh and above 10 lakh. Let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is D, above 10 lakh. Let's move to next question. Question number 3. Banks can undertake permitted business activities under Section 6(1) of Banking Regulation, such as A. Buying or selling of bullions, B. Undertake and execute trust, C. Undertake the administration of estates as executors, trustee, D. Providing of safe deposit vaults. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is D. A to D all. Let's move to next question. Question number 4. Where the parties are yet to perform their mutual promises in respect of sale and purchase of goods, it is called sale, agreement to sell, intention to sell, contract of sale. Let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B, agreement to sell. Let's move to question number 5. Which of the following statute and constitution of the respective bank does not match? Our options are Nationalized Banks, Banking Companies Act 1969, State Bank of India, SBI Act 1955, State Bank Associate Bank, State Bank Subsidiary Banks Act 1955, RRBs, RRB Act 1976. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is A. Nationalized Bank Banking Companies Act 1969. This is the option which is correct. Let's move to next question. Question number 6. For the purpose of Limitation Act, filing of suit include A suit in a court, appeal against the decree of a court, applications, all the above. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is a suit in a court. So for the purpose of Limitation Act, filing of suit include a suit in a court. Let's move to question number 7. Under provisions of Prevention of Money Laundering Act 2002, who appoints the director for tracking money laundering? So our options are Reserve Bank of India, Central Bureau of Investigation, central government, each state government concerned. So let's see what is the correct answer. And correct answer is C, central government. So central government appoints the director for tracking money laundering. Let's move to next question. Question number 8. Which of the following statements regarding RBI is not correct? Our options are RBI has the authority to issue license to banks. Entire capital of RBI is held by the central government and state governments. Central government appoints the governor of RBI. Central government can issue directions to RBI under RBI Act. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B. Entire capital of RBI is held by central government and state government. This is the correct answer and it is an incorrect statement. Let's move to question number 9. Central government has certain powers to regulate banks. Which of the following is not such power? Our options are A. Suspend the operations of Banking Regulation Act. notification of other forms of business which the banks may undertake under Section 6(o) of RBI Act, making of rules for various banking operation under Section 52 and 45Y of Banking Regulation Act, suspension of business and amalgamation of banks. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is B. Notification of other forms of business which the banks may undertake under Section 6(o) of RBI Act. This is the correct answer and it is a not any type of power. Let's move to question number 10. Which of the following statement are correct? Central government can give direction to RBI. Banking business of all types is regulated by RBI. The primary regulator of banks is central government and RBI. If a banking license is cancelled, the appeal lies to RBI. Let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is A. Central government can give direction to RBI. Let's move to question number 11. A cooperative bank undertakes banking business as a primary cooperative bank. B. Central cooperative bank. C. State cooperative bank. Our options are A, B, and C all. A and B only. B and C only. B only. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is A. A, B, and C all. So a cooperative bank can work as a primary cooperative bank, central cooperative bank, and state cooperative bank. Let's move to question number 12. Which of the following act has been enacted in India on account of initiative of UN Commission on International Trade Law? So our options are Prevention of Money Laundering Act, Information Technology Act, Right to Information Act, none of these. So let's see what is the correct answer. And correct answer is B, Information Technology Act. So this is the act which is made by the initiative of UN Commission on International Trade Law. Let's move to next question, question number 13. If the limitation period is not prescribed in the Limitation Act for a transaction, the limitation period is A, 3 years, 12 years, 30 years at discretion of the court. Let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is 3 years. If any document is there or transaction is there where there is no limitation prescribed anywhere, so we have to consider it is 3 year. Let's move to question number 14. In case of resident in India, which of the following income is taxable? Earned in India only, earned while outside India only, earned outside India while in India only, all the above. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is all the above. Earned in India, earned while outside India, and earned outside India while in India. So these type of income will be taxable. Let's move to question number 15. For raising capital, a banking company can pay commission, brokerage, discount, D, remuneration at dash of the paid up value of the shares. So our options are A to D all 2.5%, A to C only 2.5%, B to C only 2%, A and C only 2%. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is A. A to D all. So for A to D all the bank can pay and 2.5% of the cap paid up value of the shares. So let's see next question. Question number 16. Which of the following act recognize the electronic signatures and record equal to physical signatures and records? So our options are Information Technology Act, Negotiable Instruments Act, Indian Evidence Act, all the above. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is A, Information Technology Act. Let's move to next question. Question number 17. Which of the following is not correct with regard to board of directors of a bank? A. At least 51% of total number of directors shall have a special knowledge or practical experience in banking related areas. RBI can remove any director if the bank does not reconstitute the board of director on RBI point out. Maximum period for which a director can hold office is 6 years. If a chairman or whole-time director is removed from office, he ceases to be director of the bank and is not eligible for further appointment as a director for 4 years. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is C. Maximum period for which a director can hold office is 6 years. This is the correct answer. Let's move to question number 18. The assessment officer can scrutinize the return submitted by the SSC and complete the assessment, which is called a verified assessment, scrutiny assessment, verification assessment, assessment by verification. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B, scrutiny assessment. Let's move to next question. Question number 19. Advance tax is payable in four stages by an assessee. It should be paid as under. Which one is not correct? By June 15, 15%, by September 15, 30%, by December 15, 75%, by March 15, 100%. So let's see what is the correct answer. And the correct answer is B, by September 15, 30%. This is the correct answer and it is an incorrect statement. So let's see some details about it. So friends, advanced tax schedule. So if your estimated tax liability for the year exceed, here it's 10,000, advance tax has to be paid in four installments as mentioned below. So first installment will be, you have to submit by 15th June and amount is up to 15%. And second is up to 15 September and amount 45%. By 15th December you have to do 75%, and by 15th March you have to deposit 100% of advance tax payable. So senior citizen, there is a one condition: senior citizen not having income from business or profession are exempted from paying advance tax. Those who have opted for presumptive taxation scheme are required to pay the entire advance tax on or before 15th March. So let's move to next question. Question number 20th, which is the last question of the day. Under section 26 of Banking Regulation Act, the bank submit to RBI a return on dash basis within dash from close of the said period relating to dash. So our options are half yearly, 1 month, this is 1 month's friend, 1 month inoperative deposit, yearly 30 days unclaimed deposit, yearly 15 days inoperative deposit, half yearly 30 days unclaimed deposit. So let's see what is the correct answer. Correct answer is B. So this is yearly. Under section 26, we file a yearly return and within 30 days for unclaimed deposits. So friends, this is the set of 20 questions. So I hope so you are benefited from this. So friends, thank you. Thanks for watching. Please like this video and share this video with your friends who are preparing for JIB exam, and subscribe to our channel if you have not subscribed. Thank you friends. Thanks for watching.